I still think that, Barcelona and Manchester United, they are considered the best teams in the world. And, when they meet up, I mean, they met in New York last year, people, they stop and watch. So very excited about it.
Everybody wants to see Manchester United and Barcelona, such well-known names in the world of football, and some tremendous players obviously going to be on the pitch as well.
Barcelona's taken, a step up to the next level, and I think you're right. You're right in saying that. It's I think for Barcelona, this year is a big test for them because, in a way, they got found out last year. The way that Chelsea played them, they didn't really have an answer, and it showed the world that Barcelona only has a plan A. They haven't got a plan B. So if you can keep them away from goal, keep it tight in the middle, make sure the Messi is not too much on the ball, well, then you have a chance against them. And they have to come up with an alternative.
It's going to be a good test for our lads on Wednesday night, because it's still obviously finding a way pre-season. You're still not quite there yet, and similar to them in that. So you can measure yourself to where you are pre-season and that. You
have to chase the ball, and that's a big problem you face when you play Barcelona. When you start chasing, well, you spend all your energy. Once you get the ball, they're so quick in putting pressure on you, and within 5 passes they need to have they must have the ball back. If not, they go back and they save and preserve their energy. So it's really sort of a well thought out plan.
Well, as a player, you don't get to see. You obviously travel an awful lot, but you don't get to see that much of the places that you go to, the cities you go to. We're behind the scenes now, so we actually see an awful lot more. It's different to when we travel. When you look at the first team now and the staff behind them, and sports scientists and all that, it's a lot more professional, I suppose, is the word. Even though it was professional in our day, it's gone to a new level in that. But us behind the scenes, we get to meet the fans as well. I think anywhere in the world now you go, United have such a huge following, particularly in the Far East. We all know about that, but there always has been up in the Scandinavian countries, even going back to the 80s and 70s. I think there's always been a big following here.
I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's pre-season game. It's the result doesn't really matter, but it's a lot about not losing phase, and the game will be watched, and people will take notice because it is Manchester United, Barcelona. I think both teams wants to come out of this game not having lost massively, and so I think it's going to be a draw.
Yeah, and I agree with that, and particularly pre-season, both teams are not quite there yet. You know what I mean? And it's hard to open teams up, and usually when you get 2 top teams meeting each other pre-season, there's not many goals either. But 1-1, something like that, Pete.
Sounds good.